Good afternoon, everyone. Another lovely day in Syracuse. Thank you all for being here. So we are thrilled that you are here. I want to invite up Joel and Jai to come up and join me. Let me just say a couple of things. The first is that the reason that we decided to do this is because as the mayor of the city of Syracuse, I see every day the kind of powerfully negative impact that the president, his words, and his executive orders are having on people in our community. And I thought this was a way to share with people so that they can understand this is not anonymous, this is not happening to somebody else, this is happening in our community. And so this is a community effort. If there are people out there who have stories that they want to share about what President Trump's policies are doing to them or their family, we invite you to share it with us, and we'll make sure that you are included in a hashtag Trump Tuesdays, because we're going to get our message out. We deliberately did this here at Perseverance Park because I think that's a strong message, to persevere during these times. And this is a key part of the city of Syracuse. This is ground zero of our downtown. President Lincoln came through Syracuse on a train right behind me. We have been an important part of leading this country when times have been very tough, whether it's been the abolition movement, the civil rights movement, the movement for LGBT rights and fair housing. Syracusans and Central New York has always led the way to justice. So again, thank you for all being here. And this is also a way to show people across our country that snowflakes are not weak. And that when snow gets together and each individual beautiful snowflake comes together, that they can form avalanches, and in their wake will come progress. So all of you out there are beautiful individual snowflakes who are getting together to show your strength. Thank you all for being here. I want to take this moment to introduce to you two gentlemen, one on my right and one on my left, who will tell their stories. They are tremendous Americans. They were not born in this country. They came to this country looking for peace and prosperity to raise their families. They are doing that here, and I am so proud to call them my neighbors. I also want to let you know one little factoid that I have just discovered. Since 2013, 9 of the valedictorians from the city high schools who have been English as second language learners. That means 9 of the valedictorians since 2013 were not born in the United States, didn't have English as a first language. That is just one piece of the overall quilt that is the city of Syracuse that is made so much stronger because of our immigrant community, because of our refugee community, and the strength that they form. So without further ado, I'm going to welcome these two gentlemen here to tell you their story and what President Trump's words and actions have meant to them and their community. And I also want to take this time to tell you that the gentleman on my right was born in Africa and the gentleman on my left was born in Asia. So this climate is pretty difficult for them, and yet they're here because they understand how important this is, and they're acclimating as well. So let me introduce you to Joel the Joke. Joel.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm giving thanks to Mayor Minor because Mayor Minor has really been a good friend to New Americans. She has stood as a leader that we want to look up to. And from the bottom of our hearts, Mayor, we want to thank you. I came to this country 15 years ago as one of the 1,000 lost boys of South Sudan that came to America. I was fortunate enough to be resettled in Syracuse, New York. Beautiful snow, of course. And being here is a blessing for me. And the reason it is a blessing is that a lot of people don't understand that being a refugee is really never a choice. Being a refugee, it means that you are running away from a war, from prosecution. And when you run away, you are making a choice not to kill somebody or be killed. So to be in this situation to leave where you were born has never really been a choice for anyone. You Native American citizens can attest to that. Imagine if you leave today. Somebody come here today and tell you leave, go somewhere, forcefully. I'm sure you will not feel all right. I left my country when I was very, very young. And I haven't seen my parents for 23 years. I'm sure that's not a choice any of you would want to be in. And here I am. America has given me that peace of mind. The last thing I want to do in America is kill somebody. That's the last thing I want to do. If I wanted to kill anyone, would not be in South Sudan shooting somebody. I'm saying this because for the president to label us as refugees, Cyprian, to label us as refugees, as terrorists, I don't think that's the right thing. The last thing that is out in our mind as most refugees is to be a terrorist. And I don't think that's right to call somebody that has embraced this country a terrorist. Many of us as lost boys of South Sudan has went into United States Army. We have lost a couple of them trying to defend the freedom of this country. Is it right to call them terrorists?
No.
I don't think it's right. And many others who are yearning to come here. It's okay. It's okay to protect the interests of this country. Do you know how long it took me to come to this country? It took me 4 years from the start, from 1997 to 2001 when I came here. If that is not enough vetting process, I don't know what it is. And majority of us who come here as refugees just want a second chance in life. You don't want to kill anyone. It is not right to be labeled as terrorists. It's not right to be labeled as criminals. Just because one apple is bad among us doesn't make us all bad.
Yep.
And here in America, we have seen how individuals within American society have committed such crimes as well. But we do not label America as a bad place just because one person has made that bad decision. The country we love so much, I personally would be willing to pick up an arm to defend this country, gracefully, wholeheartedly, because this country has given me a second chance in life, a chance that my own country would never given me. The last thing I would ever want to do to this country, as a refugee, as a new American, is to hurt this country that has given me something that I would never dream of having if I would have stayed in South Sudan. I want to thank all of you today, and I want to tell to Mr. Trump, if he's listening, that new Americans are Americans.
Yes, sir.
And just like other Americans, we would be willing to defend this country and protect this country and move it forward and make sure this country stays as it is. The reason the United States is so powerful is because it welcomes people like us, people who have nowhere else to turn, people who are looking for a new home, a new start, a new beginning. This is what made this country this beautiful. Let's not deprive this country of that beauty. I thank you.
I want to also share with you so that you understand this. Shoal came from Sudan. Sudan is one of the 7 countries on President Trump's list. So if Shoal wanted to help bring his family over, he now cannot bring his family over because of this executive order. Also, Shoal came to this country as an English as second language learner, a proud graduate of Fowler High School, went to college, got a job, got married, bought a house in the city, is paying taxes and raising his 4 children there. These are the kind of people that we welcome here to build our neighborhoods and to make us the kind of cities that lots of our ancestors were welcomed here with open arms when they were cast out of their countries for worshiping a different god or for not being of the right sect. That's not what our proud history represents, and I'm glad that all of you are here to show that what true American values are. I'm going to hand this over to Jai Subedi, and Jai, you can take it from here. For sure.
Thank you, Mayor, for hosting such a wonderful event. And thank you all of you coming together and supporting the New Americans. Let me begin with what I have on my heart today. I was a refugee. I lived in the refugee camp for 18 years and came to Syracuse in 2008. I came with my parents and two of my children born here. I have my job. I had my job, but I'm losing the job because of the new president. I work at the resettlement agency, but as you heard and all of you know that we are cut. So I'm down now. I'm looking for a job. I lived in a refugee camp for almost 18 years and came to US in 2008. My two little children born here. I own the home on North Side. I own the business, and I support all the community, and I'm very active members on the North Side and the city. I do a lot of work building my community. That's why I'm very proud to be said as a Syracusean. And thank you, all of you. So because of this executive order, we have so much in the refugee community and in the New Americans community. There is so much fear. I have been approached by some of the families that they live in such a fear and they want to go to Canada. And I said, you don't have to be afraid. Please come out and let me know. And on the other day, I spoke at the airport. I got a call from across the country that you'll be deported. And I said, no, I won't be deported because I'm an American and I can speak to everybody who have to live in the fear. Even my parents were telling me, don't go and speak up because we came from different world. Well, there is no freedom of speech, no freedom of assembly, and we live in a democratic world now, and I have that right to say what is not right, what is right to speak up for the right thing. So I am telling to my friends across the country, don't live in a fear. If you don't feel that is fear, please speak up for the truth. That's what I have been advocating to my New Americans friends. They are living in such a fear, not only in Syracuse, all over the country. And Syracuse being a sanctuary city, and people doesn't know what is sanctuary and what is not sanctuary. And whether it's legal or illegal, they are so illiterate, they don't know anything, they never went to the school. So my job is to teach them, to educate them, and tell them, you don't have to live in a fear. So this executive order has brought a lot of fear to the New Americans community. So if you meet anybody, ask them, how do you feel? Tell them we are with you all, always.
Thank you, Jai.
Let me tell you, the New Americans or the refugee community, what they bring to this community, as I myself is the example. I came with nothing, just a bag of clothes. I started working at the subway just next block on the downtown. And now I have a business, I have my home, and I am a true American now. And I'm making difference in this community. So thank you, all of you. Thank you for coming, and thank you for your support. And we hope your support will continue to the New Americans community.
Thank you, Jai. Jai is a tremendous community asset and community activist, making sure that the North Side has all of the services that it needs and desires. And just this past spring, Jai asked that we put together a forum so that we could teach the new Americans how to vote in our process. That's the kind of Americans that we have here, who are embracing our values and embracing our process. Again, I want to thank him for being here today. As he mentioned, there is a lot of fear out there. And our refugees came from, as Toll has said, broken universes, places where governments persecuted them for speaking out. And yet they are saying that they're embracing that most American values to redress their grievances, and that our government will listen to them and will not persecute them for that. So thank you for being here. I also would like to welcome Cyprian from the Congo, who's going to tell us his story.
Thank you very much. I'm not going to tell much. I know my fellow brothers and they told already much, but I need to mention that we have come so far. Getting to this country was a dream that was achieved by the Americans that we did not know before we came. Once we were in refugee camp in Africa, there was somebody already here accepting our application for asylum. So when I mean Africa, I mean all of these people. There is no Sudan, there is no Congo, there is no blue or green or other person who is not. We are the human being culture. That's our nationality, our human being. That's who we are. And once we can become, in addition, as a new American, we have no much we can offer to the country like this. If you can imagine the suffering in the refugee camp for these women, families, fathers, leaving their family, leaving their homes, coming to the refugee camp, not knowing what to do the next day, and somebody is already preparing for that. We, as a human being, will not accept that value be cancelled with one order. Yes, we are asking that we be united in order to protect the value of United States, the country that accepted to bring these other people in order to build a strong diversity and inclusion. That's the value that makes a United States. And if that value is violated, it's not the new Americans that are at risk. The value of the principle, democratic principles are at risk. The power of the United States on top of the world is at risk. We are losing the most important thing. We are going back to the Soviet Union. That's why we're going back with this situation. So the idea may be perfect and willing to fix a system that is assumed to be broken, but banning the refugee order is not the way to do it. We are asking people, everybody who is a human being, who can feel the suffering of another person, that person coming from their country, who is Muslim, and is not terrorist, be called a terrorist or suffer because of being called a terrorist. Generalization is not the way to fix the problem.
Yes, sir.
Generalization is a failure of being unable to find the problem. You don't know where the problem is. You have an idea that this is the wrong thing. Terrorists are not good people. They don't hate one person. They don't choose a person when they go to attack. They attack anybody in the building. They don't care who is there. That's how they were made. Americans who welcome these refugees in this country don't share the same idea of terrorists. You are people who love other people, even though you don't know those people. Same as you love animals, you love human beings. And we agree with that. We adhere to your idea. We are in addition to your values. We are not the enemy of those values. The country that we belong to now is the United States of America. We want to keep the top position. And anything that will come to attack the value of the country we belong to, we will attack the wrong value. The idea is wrong. we need to fix the system of refugee by having those who share the values of United States of America, contributing, paying tax, going to school, not staying home to wait for public assistance. We need to fix that system by doing a strong integration, economic, social, at all levels, help each other, know what we can do for the country, not saying only we need to ban people because they belong to that group. We don't want them because they're Muslim. I'm a Muslim. I love people. I have got help from Muslims. I cannot tell that because the terrorists are coming from the region, then we're going to ban the entire region on earth. Wrong idea. We're going to fight it. We need your support. We need to come together. We need to join us, refugees, immigrants, those who come to the United States need the good process to have the legal paper to be there. We don't want illegal people. We don't want terrorists, but we need to know where the terrorists are coming so we can tackle them. We know every single people was born by one man and one woman. And if that family is protecting the terrorists, then we cannot ban the entire family. We can ask who is there, who is doing what, who is sharing the wrong value. Then we can find out. If we fail to find that out, we can tell President Trump today that we need to work with you to find out what is wrong and how to fix it. We don't trust your own idea that you need to cancel or generalize the whole generation or the whole group of people because of one person's mistake. Thank you very much, and God bless you again.
Thank you. Thank you. So you all heard today from three Syracusans, 3 Americans about their story and about what Trump's policies are doing to them and their families and their loved ones. I would urge you all to share this with the hashtag Trump Tuesdays, to share our Facebook page, to give these stories to everyone that you know so everyone understands these are not anonymous policies. They're having an impact right here in our community with people that we care about, people that we love, people that we share all of our values with. So I want to say, first and foremost, thank you for sharing your stories with us. They're very powerful. I think more people need to hear these stories. I think more elected officials need to hear these stories. I think a town hall where we all got together and heard people from Syracuse tell their stories about immigration, about refugee status, about their neighbors, about what they have done, so that we can remember what's at stake here and we can make the best policies going forward and we can solve the problems of the world together, not separately, not with generalizations, not with scapegoats. So thank you all very much for being here, and we will see you again. Thank you. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, yes. Why don't you guys nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Are you warm enough? Yeah, I am warm.